Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Money Vikings Collectibles. Really appreciate you watching. As you can see in this episode, I'm going to go through some of the techniques that I use to clean comic books, and that really helps to improve their grade and improve their value. So we're going to go through a few ideas there. Please check out our other wealth building and investing ideas at truewealth.moneyvikings.com, and please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. So, hey, without further ado, let's get started here. So, I want to talk a little bit about cleaning. But when I started having comics graded by CGC, I never really thought about cleaning them or pressing them. I do not do pressing yet. That takes some equipment, but I am getting more into cleaning them. You can also have, I've seen now that it's a service to have them cleaned and pressed professionally before you have them graded. That's probably a good idea, and I might do that in the future. But there is a way to keep your books clean, as you can see before me here. The first thing with some of the older books is definitely to have gloves. So I'm gonna take out the gloves. I mean, that's really what's happening is the oils, obviously from our hands, from hands over the years, are getting onto the books and then collecting dirt. And you'll particularly see that with your Silver Age books and the older books from the 80s and 90s that were they weren't, a lot of these at first weren't thought of as collectibles. They were pretty well handled and used. So I've got some somewhat dirty books here, that need some TLC. So I'm gonna give it a go on a few of these. First one I'm gonna do actually is this Amazing Spider-Man 298 and see if I can get this cleaned up a little bit. This, of course, is the first. This is the introduction of McFarlane into the world of Spider-Man. This is when he started drawing Spider-Man and writing Spider-Man stories. So we are gonna work on that one a little bit, and I'm just gonna go through some of the techniques. But yeah, gloves are definitely important if you really want to value these things and keep them as good as we can over the years, as nice and clean as possible. So let's get these guys on here, and these are just your typical vinyl powder-free medical exam gloves. So we're going to use on comics here. So let's see if I can get this guy on. Yeah, this is a nice book, though. I think this one's going to go up in value. Amazing Spider-Man 298, I think, is a nice one to add to the collection. It's still not out of control expensive, which is interesting. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of flown a little bit under the radar over the years, actually. So you got a nice little advertisement on the back for, look at that, TSR and Marvel superheroes. It's interesting. We're looking for a few good mutants. That's cool. I wonder if that was like a role-playing game for mutants or something. That's pretty cool. This book isn't in bad condition, so it's pretty good. And you've got your Spidey here with his black costume, but you've got the the beginning of the McFarlane era here as he kind of launches his career into Spider-Man, and you can start to see that style coming out. So actually, my understanding too is there's a Venom cameo in this one. Is that true? I thought there was a Venom cameo. Anyway, well, that's not what the point. So, okay, first thing I like to do, so these are the tools. I mean, I got these Swisper things. You want to make sure they're oil-free, exfoliating rounds, but these can be good for cleaning. So start with that, and then I get these Pentel clean erasing pens. Are basically an eraser pen, so I got those. And then I've got these Pazzler eraser pencils with a little brush on the end, which can be convenient. So I'm gonna take these, and I think the name of the game here is just like being, being gentle, like not, you don't want to overdo it, or just sort of, you don't want to damage the book, right? So, and this book might not be the best example. Maybe I've got one in here that's a lot, it's a lot dirtier. But I would like to just clean. I know this has been handled over the years, so I would like to get some of the oils and dirt off of it. And this is the thing I always talk about with comics as kind of a collectible. Might be too far to say a word asset, but as a collectible, I mean, it's a thing made of paper basically and ink, and they only made so many of them. So that's what happens. You get this sort of scarcity that's going on, and over time, it just can be worth quite a bit more. So I'm going to go over some of the. This book is actually not too dirty, so I might use another example for the purposes of this video. Yeah, let's put this one aside. Let's see if I can get some gunkus off of one of these other sort of Silver Age books. Now this one has this really dynamic cover of the Submariner and Doctor Doom right here. So let's pull this guy out carefully. Try to preserve this book as much as possible. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if some of the and that's picking up. Now there's some dirt coming off this one, that's for sure. So we'll be able to make this one shine a little more, and some oils and stuff are being picked up. I'm gonna use a new pad. I'm gonna kind of use these liberally because, just the cotton rounds here. And yeah, I'll kind of use a new one pretty often just to kind of like clean up, get the, a lot of, if you can see that, quite a bit of gunk is coming off of this book. So this is a good sign that we're getting this one clean. I'm gonna throw that away and get a new pad as I go around here, and just keep getting, I don't want to rub stuff around. I want to pull it off of this beautiful book with this great looking, there's more coming off there, so that's good. If you can see, there's definitely dirt and junk coming off this one. So this is Submariner number 20. So where he fights Doctor Doom, as you can see. But yeah, the gloves are definitely coming in handy here, because I'm able to not get my oily hands on this book and adding to any problems. But yeah, a lot is coming off this one. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but I'm really glad I'm cleaning this book. This is quite satisfying, actually, getting this one nice and clean. It's satisfying to kind of take care of our collectibles. There's a joy in that, I think, and restoring these kind of you know, I think they're cultural artifacts, really. I think that's what a comic is. It's a cultural artifact. This is actually how we get our mythology now. If you think about it, this is our common mythology, comics, especially with the popularity of the movie franchises. And it's just plain fun, you know? What's wrong with that? Nothing. And that's what we talk about at Money Vikings. It's a life of true wealth, and that's a well-rounded, you know, we try to go beyond. Anybody can do discussions about investing and the dividends and the stocks and the REITs and budgets and all that. We try to add another dimension where we talk about true wealth, which is about your health and your family and your friends and your hobbies. And that's why I like to do these episodes, because it is about a well-rounded and enjoyable life. So there's good amount of kind of stuff coming off this book, and I'm very happy and pleased with how that's going so far. I don't know how much of the, I'll try in this white area here. I'm trying to decide how much of the eraser I should sort of use to pick things up. Might get the, I did pick up some. Might get out now these pencil erasers. Open this up. I actually kind of want access to the brush to kind of dust later after I this book's not in perfect condition, but I don't know. Would this be a, you guys are probably better at grading than I am. I don't know. This might be a 3.0, something like that. Not bad for, let's see, 1969. This is a book from 1969. There's a little bit of something up there somebody wrote. Get rid of that. Whatever that is. But, you know, the color's looking pretty good for a 1969 book. Right, not bad. Now, let's work on the back a little bit. This is actually where we might see got a little Norman Rockwell there, looking for people who like to draw. Isn't that a cool advertisement if you were a kid? I'd love to see that. Okay, let's see what we can pick up off the back here with these pads. Get some of the oils and the dirts off here. There's some stuff coming off here. Rockwell was the best, huh? That's so cool. He's a classic American illustrator. Captured the moment and the idealism of America in a lot of ways, in a really romantic way. Very nice. And a highly skilled painter, of course. He's technical as well. You can see you can spend a good amount of time, but quite a bit of stuff is coming off the back here, so that's good. Yep, there's definitely dirt and oils being lifted up off this book. I'm gonna use the eraser a little bit, see if I can. Again, you can spend a lot of time on this, so just kind of, you know, I'm not going to do it all on the camera here today, but just sort of I'm giving an example of the tools and the techniques. That's what the focus is here. Some people have different ways of working around the book. I mean, some people maybe it might be smart to just start in a corner and move and fan up. I mean, that might be a smart way to do it, like start down here and Work your way up. A little bit of damage to the corner of the book, so I'm going to be cognizant of that. The spine is pretty darn dirty here. Oops, I think I created a little damage, darn it. You know, it's something to be real careful with, especially with these older books, because you know, you don't want to do further damage to the book. So I should probably do a disclaimer. I'm not a professional cleaner. This is I'm an amateur cleaner cleaning my own books. So, you know, just be very careful about what you do with yours. I'm not telling you what to do here. Just, this is what I do. And, you know, just to sort of help things out. So anyway, that's the idea on that one. So those are just a few ideas. It's a basic way of approaching cleaning books. And again, I use the Swisspers. I'm wearing gloves, so I'm not adding oils to the book. And I've got these guys with a little you know, brush at the end to brush away things. And then I really do like these eraser retractable pencils. But yeah, we're making some progress on this book, and hopefully get it a little bit cleaned up. 1969. Let's see if I can do some quick math. 30, 50, 50, let's see, 53, 54. It's like a 54. So I think this is a 54-year-old book. So it's holding up actually pretty well. Again, for something that was made of paper, and something that was kind of a, you know, thing that kids just kind of tore through at the time. Wasn't really thought of as a collectible. It's doing okay. All right. Hope you enjoy. Hope you guys have a great day. And thanks a lot for watching. And happy collecting and wealth building to all of you.